Hello friends, welcome to Easyshots learning channel. Today's video is about labor turnover. In this video, first we understand what is labor turnover and how the labor turnover rate is calculated by different methods. First method is separation method, which consider number of workers left the organization. Second is replacement, where we consider or takes into account number of workers replaced in place of those who left the organization. And flux method is the combination of separation method and replacement method. Now first we understand what is labor turnover. Labor turnover means change of number of laborers in an organization during a particular period. Now in any organization or company, number of laborers never be fixed. They keeps on changing because workers keeps on moving. So this labor turnover is calculated during a particular period, and this particular period may be weekly, quarterly, yearly, half yearly or monthly. Now when we calculate labor turnover in percentage, it is known as labor turnover rate, and it is percentage change of number of laborers in an organization during a particular period. Now first we calculate labor turnover rate by separation method. Separation means workers left the organization. Now why any worker left any organization or company? The reason may be workers are not satisfied with the company's policies or task, or they are not satisfied with their salary. That's why they resign from their job. Another reason is company is not satisfied with the workers, so they discharge workers from their duties. Workers may retire, or due to some accident workers become disabled, or due to death. By any reason, if any worker left the company or separated from the company, then labor turnover rate is calculated by using number of workers left divided by average number of workers into 100. Now to calculate labor turnover rate under separation method, let's take an example. Here from the following information, calculate labor turnover rate by separation method. Number of workers in the beginning are 1000, and at the end workers are 1200. Workers left the company, that is 10 workers left the company, and 40 workers company discharged the duties of 40 workers. So number of workers left are 50. Now first we write the formula to calculate labor turnover rate under separation method, and our formula is workers left the organization divided by average number of workers, average workers into 100. Now first we calculate average workers. Workers in the beginning are 1000, and at the end they are 1200 divided by 2. So average workers here are 1100. Now we put values in this formula. Workers left, here workers left are 50, and average number of workers are 1100 into 100. So labor turnover rate under separation method is 4.55%. Our next method is replacement method. Replacement means number of workers replaced in place of those who left the organization. So here appointment of new workers takes place in place of workers left. Now replacement cost includes two important costs. First is cost of recruitment, selection and training, and another cost is output loss. Suppose HR department takes 15 days to recruit any new worker and give them training. So output or production loss for that 15 days due to time lost in recruitment and selection and training is also included in replacement cost. Now we calculate labor turnover rate under replacement method by using number of workers replaced divided by average number of workers into 100. Now to understand this, let's take an example. Here from the following information, calculate labor turnover rate by replacement method. Workers in the beginning are 1000, and at the end of a particular period are 1200. Number of workers left 50, and new workers appointed by the company are 200. Now out of this 200 new appointees, 30 workers are recruited in place of those who left the company. So in place of 50 workers who left the company, company recruited 30 workers. So 30 workers are number of replacements. So we use 30 in this formula. So first we write formula of labor turnover rate under separation method, and our formula is workers replaced divided by average workers, average of opening and closing workers into 100. Now first we calculate average workers. Here workers in the beginning are 1000 and at the end they are 1200 divided by 2. The average number of workers are 1100. Now we put values in this formula. Number of replacement in place of 50 workers are 30. So 30 workers are replaced and average number of workers are 1100 into 100. So here labor turnover rate is 2.73%. Our next method is flux rate method. Flux method is the combination of separation method and replacement method. That's why it takes into account both number of workers left and number of workers replaced. So here we takes into account workers left and workers replaced, and our formula to calculate labor turnover rate is workers left plus replaced into 100 divided by average number of workers. Now to understand this and very important example or question for your examination point of view, here from the following information, calculate labor turnover rate by using different methods. Number of workers as on 1st March. On 1st March, our workers are 3600 and on 31st March they are 4400. So here average workers are 3600 plus 4400 divided by 2. So average number of workers are 4000. Workers resign from their job are 100 and company discharged the duties of 60 workers. So number of workers left are 160. Now company recruited 550 new workers and out of this 550 workers, 80 workers are recruited in place of those who left the company. So number of workers replaced in place of 160 workers are 80 workers. Now to calculate labor turnover rate by different methods, first we write the formula. Our formula under separation method is workers left divided by average workers into 100. Under replacement method, our formula is workers replaced, workers in place of those who left the company, divided by average workers 100. Third method is flux method, which is a combination of separation and replacement. So here we takes into account workers left plus workers replaced divided by average workers into 100. Now we put values here. Here number of workers left are 160 and average number of workers are 4000 into 100. So here labor turnover rate under separation method is 4%. Under replacement method, number of workers replaced are 80 workers in place of 160 workers who left the company divided by average number of workers, that is 4000 into 100. So here labor turnover rate is 2%. And under flux method, when we add 4% and 2%, because it is a combination of separation and replacement, so over here our labor turnover rate is 6%. Confirm this, we put values here. Number of workers left are 160 and replaced are 80 divided by 4000 into 100. So here under flux method, labor turnover rate is 6%. So friends, in this example we calculate labor turnover rate by different methods. Now if the labor turnover rate is high in any company, it is adverse situation and it decreases the image of, or it affect the image of any company. So the reason behind of high labor turnover are, number one, dissatisfaction, and this dissatisfaction may be in terms of job and task between workers. If the company wants to worker to stay for long working hours, then the workers may leave the organization. Dissatisfaction in terms of wages and salaries, they are very low, and that's why the workers resign, and HR policies are not good. Another reason is market recession. Presently there is COVID conditions and market recession in financial sectors, and targets of the workers are not achieved. That's why they frequently change their company, and there is high labor turnover in financial sector. One another reason is lack of career planning. Workers think that there is no growth prospects in this company. There is less promotional schemes. That's why they leave the company. If high labor turnover is adversely affect the image of the company, low labor turnover increase the image of any company, and this is due to well managed company. Workers are satisfied in terms of job and task. Working conditions are very good. Workers are satisfied in terms of wages and salaries, and HR policies are good. Another reason is absence of better opportunities. Means if the workers does not find any better opportunities, they does not change any company. That's why the labor turnover rate is also low. So friends, in this video, first we understand what is labor turnover and how we calculate labor turnover by different methods. If you like this video, please share this video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.